one of the neat plants that we've done, it's a liana, so a woody vine. And when we first found it, we're just walking down the trail. I guess I should point out another way we select plant materials is a sort of scratch and sniff method, right? So nick it with a pocket knife and smell it. If it smells interesting, we'll get it. If it smells like grass, we won't. Anyway, so there's this liana across the trail, and I took out my pocket knife and dug a little divot in it, and it had some really neat looking red bark. And when I smelled it, it smelled like pumpkin pie. So okay, we're collecting this, and so we did, and it turns out it was incredibly cytotoxic and antibacterial. It murdered cancer cells. So we did lots of chromatography to separate and isolate the compounds, and the active compound wasn't a new compound. It had been found in another plant, but it's loaded in this. In fact, if you look at sort of a cross section of the bark when you slice through it, you can see this red layer. The compound is red, so that's kind of neat. It's a yellow solution, but when you crystallize it, it comes out as red crystals, and so it's really pretty, but incredibly toxic. So that was one plant. Another plant, an essential oil plant. It was sort of the same thing. We're walking through the forest, and I'm always grabbing leaves. Sometimes they bite back, but I grabbed these leaves, and it smelled. It reminded me of tea tree that I had encountered in Australia. I went, oh, this is pretty neat. Took it to the botanist. It didn't have a name either. So the liana didn't have a name. Still doesn't have a name. And this one does. These leaves don't have a name, but it has lots of essential oil, and so we distilled that and analyzed it, and it's got chemistry very, very similar to tea tree. It's got a lot of the same compounds. It's in the same family, so that's not too surprising.